some days you're gonna win. They say some days you're gonna lose. I tell you, I got news for you. You're losing all the time, you never win. No, if you believe that's how it's gonna be, I better put you down. Get up, you take your look, and come out on the ground. You gotta save me now. You better turn around. And I looked around. I was heading down. Oh, somebody throw me down the line. This is some days you gotta give. This is some days you gotta take. That's the way it's gotta be. Roll it over and you will see. The city streets are full of people going nowhere, making time. The change from night to day is really only ours. It's just along the line. Can't you see the sign? When I looked around, I was heading down. Oh, somebody throw me down the line.
It's a Tuesday. The 21st day of October does fall on it. CJ Nasello, it's our daily show right here on RiverBender.com, Roku TV, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get this show. Thanks for hanging out with us. We got a good one for you again today. Going to be talking to Tori Ross in a couple of minutes' time. Then Cloverleaf joins us at 10:10. 10:35, we're also going to be talking to the Riverbend East Rotary Club, learning all about their Pints for Polio fundraising event. A lot happening in this show, and I hope you stick around for the full 2 hours. In the meantime, let's dive right into news. Here's what you need to know now on this 21st day of October. Make sure you download the RiverBender.com app today, and you'll never miss out. You can join myself and over 70,000 people that are in the know each and every day. Also, when you download the Around the Riverbend daily email update, you can subscribe to that. And also, what I love about our subscriptions is you can handpick them, whether or not you want sports, weather, breaking news alerts, all of those different sections you can hand select through your free RiverBender.com account. Make sure you sign up for that today. We'll take you right to East Alton first. An East Alton man has been charged with stealing over 700 pounds of copper from Wheeland. Here's what we know. Jonathan Burris, a 35-year-old man listed as homeless from East Alton, had been charged with burglary and theft after allegedly stealing 19 bundles of copper wire weighing approximately 740 pounds from Wheeland's property. The incident occurred on September the 13th at a building on 427 North Shamrock in East Alton. The stolen copper wire is valued at over $500. Burris was charged on the 14th of October and has been granted pretrial release. The case follows a similar copper theft from the Wheeland recycling plant in Granite City just over a week later. Burris, like all defendants, presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Also in the news, Alton police, supported by the Madison County Sheriff, responded to disturbance on Highland Avenue on Sunday evening. Here's what we know. The call was received at 8:40 p.m. involving a male subject who fled on foot. Authorities conducted a search of the area, successfully locating and taking the individual into custody. The Madison County Sheriff's Office played a key role in assisting with the situation. The case, scheduled for review by the state's attorney's office on Tuesday, today, October 21st, to determine the appropriate charges. No further details have been released at this time. Once those charges are announced, if they are brought, we will bring those details to you. A male dog found loose in Grafton around October the 15th did begin to show signs of illness the following day and was taken into Hawthorne Animal Hospital in Glen Carbon. Here's the issue. Veterinarians suspect the dog might have been contracted with rabies, leading to its euthanization for testing. The test results are expected around October the 30th or later. Officials are urging anyone who did have direct physical contact with that dog to consult their physician as a precaution. Rabies spreads through bites or saliva contact from infected animals like bats, raccoon, skunks, or foxes. Further updates will be provided once test results are confirmed or if the dog's owner can come forward. Also in the news today, Alton officials are set to review a $34,100 bid from Stutz Excavating for repairs at Hell Run Skate Park. If approved by the Committee of the Whole, which we will have an update on for you today, I'm sure, in just a few moments. It would later be assessed by City Council Wednesday. 6 ramps would be undergoing extensive repairs, and those repairs do include applying durable epoxy grout used on bridge decks, repositioning and partially replacing existing sheet metal, and mounting 4 ramps to concrete slabs. Minor concrete cracks will also be addressed, and the work aims to enhance the park's safety and longevity. The details on that project will be more forthcoming after Wednesday's council meeting. I'm sure we also will have that update again on how Committee of the Whole transpired last night. Finally, in the news today, Adam E. Walters faces multiple felony charges, including attempted first-degree murder following a serious motor vehicle incident in East Alton. Walters allegedly drove a Honda Sonata into John Van Dusen on East Main Street, causing severe injuries such as a broken femur and head trauma. Prosecutors claim Walters acted with intent to kill or cause great bodily harm and then fled the scene without reporting that accident. Walters was reportedly under the influence of alcohol and other substances at the time of this incident. Charges also include that failure to report that accident, aggravated battery, and aggravated driving under the influence. The case remains under investigation, and we will keep you updated when more details from that trial do emerge. And let's take a look at weather today before we talk to Tori. 53 degrees in downtown Alton, but man, that fall weather's starting to get to me, and I don't know about you guys, but it is here, and man, my allergies are on fire. 53 degrees, it feels like 55, humidity at 80%. And today, just sunny to partly cloudy. It'll be a calm day. It will be windy at times, so be careful with all the Halloween decorations you got. Make sure they're secure. And then tonight, clear and chilly, and that's if they didn't blow away the last couple of days. As for air quality, right now it's at moderate, getting close to 60. That could creep up as the morning starts to roll through. Mold counts are moderate today, too. And as for ragweed, that's low and clocking in at 5. Today, temperatures will reach 61 degrees today and drop down to 40 overnight as we head into Wednesday. And then on Wednesday, a high of 61, a low of 38 degrees. On Thursday, partly sunny skies, a high of 62, a low of 39. And on Friday, a high of 55, a low of 50. On Saturday, we will get a little bit of rain, a high of 55, a low of 53. That rain could come through in the morning. They're predicting a couple of showers on Saturday, and then on Saturday night, there's going to be an occasional drizzle, but nothing really major, nothing like last weekend that we experienced. That's a look at the next 5 days. It's going to be a calm day in the 618 all throughout it. For time and temperature, you can also call 618-465-4545. It's 53 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 55 out there, and that, my friends, is what's happening around the Riverbend. Before we take a quick break, you know what I like about our local community and just right here throughout the Riverbend region is we have some really cool community partners and organizations that step up and go above and beyond, and First Mid-America Credit Union is no different. You know, whether or not it's for a community sporting event or it's just a community organization that needs a little bit of help, it always seems like First Mid-America is there to help the community and those organizations each and every step of the way, and they're there to help you with your personal financial journey, and I think that's what's so important. You know, right now it's all about homegrown rewards that help you thrive financially. I mean, who wouldn't? And I get it. I mean, especially if you're someone like me, a little bit younger, you're not, 21 no more, but you're getting closer. You're getting to that middle-aged part of life. And I mean, you aren't there yet, but you got to start planning, how are we looking? You need a bank and a financial institution that's going to work for you. And that's where their rewards checking account comes into play, where you can earn up to 5% APY. And it's easy to grow that rewards checking. You can nurture your finances with more rewarding checking accounts. And that's at First Mid-America. You can learn more by clicking on the RiverBender.com wallpaper today, or you can just go to firstmidamerica.org. That's firstmidamerica.org. And don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. We'll take a quick break and come back with more Daily Show right after this. Of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Back, Daily Show. 9:21. I'm only a minute behind. That's not bad. Tori, how are we doing?
I'm good.
So this is it's great to have you back in the studio.
Yes.
And last year. Was it around this time?
It was actually October 1st last year, so it was really October-ish.
Good memory on you.
Yeah.
Well, fill me in on this. So you have a new book coming out.
I do.
And it is called The Soul Scheme.
Yes. So just in case anybody doesn't remember my appearance last time, I write steamy romantic comedy, and I'd almost call it raunch-com because I have a very juvenile sense of humor. So it gets kind of raunchy. So The Soul Scheme is about a woman who is kind of down on her luck. She has some student loan issues. Her roommate just moved out, so she has to pay some bills. She starts selling pictures of her feet online.
Oh. Well,
okay, so she has a boss, and I say that kind of loosely. It's almost like an office space setup where he's there auditing her work process, and he finds out. Mm-hmm. So kind of shenanigans ensue, and yeah. It's a steamy romance.
So I feel like there's a lot of people that, God, how do I say this? But so I feel like a lot of people have gotten to the point, especially like the COVID era. I feel like we heard people all the time going, "Man, why am I not just selling feet pics?"
Right.
You know, I mean,
Right.
let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I feel like you capitalize on the idea here.
Well, it is actually book 2. I call it my series Plot, Schemes, and Shenanigans. The first book is called The Panty Plot, and it came out January of 2024.
Okay.
So it's been quite a while since I, wrote the first book. But it is about, that book is about a woman who's also having some issues financially and starts selling her underwear on the internet.
Okay.
So it's like stays on that theme as like paying the bills, and then someone finds out, and there's always something happening.
Well, and see, I like this. I mean, what I think's cool is that it's really there's a lot to the book too, other than just just the simple concept of it, because it gets pretty intricate. I'm sure to write some of these, especially when you go from the when you're splitting the genres and you're having the comedic side and the romantic side play in.
Right.
Fill me in on how you broke this book down.
Well, it was actually kind of difficult to write because they are coworkers. So there's the kind of you don't want to hit on your coworker kind of thing. It's an HR violation. So, he's obsessed with her. He wants to talk to her. He wants to ask her out. He can't. She likes him, but, she can't do anything about it. So he finds out about the foot pictures, and he starts communicating through that website with her. So that's kind of like a backdoor way to talk to her. And it's kind of... there's like this back and forth subplot of that, and then the pictures, and coming up with different. I had him do a little bit of like different things with the picture than pictures. So it was kind of it had to be balanced.
Well, what I think is this is interesting because I guarantee you, Tori, that there's been at least once or twice throughout the country that this has happened to some person.
I don't know if this particular...
Not particular, but the same set of circumstances with like an OnlyFans or whatever you want to do, and then the coworker or the boss that subscribes.
Finds out and subscribes.
Yeah.
Probably more with OnlyFans, and I don't know much about...
I don't know.
I don't know much about OnlyFans, but I've heard that, people on OnlyFans often have subscribers that they never would have guessed.
Well, see,
in their own life.
The only reason I know, they had the 107 morning show had that on as one of their confessions. Yeah. And that was the lady saying, like, I know my boss is a subscriber. How do I talk to him about this?
Yeah. Is there a blocking? I don't know anything about OnlyFans. It's like, can you block somebody? I don't know.
Well, all I know is you don't have to worry about it in this book because you're going along on this journey. And now, how long did it take to write this one?
It usually takes me about 3 to 4 months to write a romantic comedy.
Was this no different? Same time?
No, this one was about 3 months. Wow. End to end.
It's interesting. So, what are the names of the two characters?
Okay, so my female main character is Chantel.
Okay.
And my main male character is Jericho.
Okay. And now, take me through, how quick does the relationship start to kind of develop? Is it pretty early on in the book? Does it take some time?
This is what we call in the romance world a slow burn. Okay. They don't actually get together until, I would say about 75% of the way through.
So like an Office vibe.
Right. There's very much like a back and forth. I like her. She can never know that I'm doing this. Or
gotcha.
I like him. He can never know that I'm doing this. When all along, you as the reader are taking on the ride where you know that they're doing that and you're seeing how they're really thinking about each other. So I had to do a lot of build up with that. internal thoughts on each other, that kind of stuff.
So this released today?
Today.
This is exciting. I didn't realize today was the big
today
day
is the
for
release day. It is 99 cents an ebook right now. It is also on Kindle Unlimited on Amazon. And just for shits and giggles, I put the first book on free.
I see that, but honestly, you have had a ton of ratings for this book, the first one.
Oh, the first one, yeah.
That one looks like it was very widely received.
It was. I actually had a BookBub feature deal. I don't know if you're familiar with BookBub.
No, what's that?
Very huge in the book industry. A lot of people who are voracious readers subscribe to BookBub, and they get deals emailed to their inbox every day. And it was actually, the Panty Plot was a BookBub featured deal in August, so it was quite well received then. I got a lot of pre-orders for this current book because of that.
This is incredible. I mean, you're doing some great numbers on Amazon.
Yeah.
Did you expect it to take off as well? I mean,
No.
honestly, like, I'm not patronizing you. It is some. I mean, you have 151 reviews on one. Half of them are at least 4.5 stars or higher.
Right. If you would have told me I was going to do this like 5 years ago,
Yeah.
I would have like punched you in the face for lying. I did not think this would happen.
Wow.
I have had some Amazon bestsellers in their categories. I was an Apple Top 100 author for one of my books.
No kidding.
It was a surprise.
The Apple thing's a big deal. That's
Yeah.
hard to get.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so this is incredible. How many series do you have? Standalone.
Oh my gosh,
series?
I gotta think.
Because you
okay.
have. So I'm looking here. The Fix It guys seem to be doing pretty well for you.
The Fix It guys are funny. So the Fix It guys are like a series of shorts that I wrote the end of last year, towards the beginning of this year, and they are about perimenopausal women of like late 40s, early 50s that get dumped by their husbands. And then they all move in together. It's like kind of very like Golden Girls type storyline. But then they need a lot of work done on the house. So in come the contractors. You know, I've got a plumber. She's the main character, and the pipe cleaner. You know, that's. And then the landscaper comes in, the bush trimmer. And then the bathroom contractor is our main character for the big caulk. That's CAULK. So I like punny titles a lot.
But the thing is, I mean, you're having a lot of. I'm going through all of this now. You can see more on. Can I do this? Am I still capable of doing this? Yeah, look at
Yes,
this.
and you have my Christmas classic, All I
Look
Make
at
for
this.
Christmas.
Yeah, oh wow. But 195 views, 115. I mean, you're hitting some great. I mean, your books are moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. Are you an international seller on these?
I am. So they do, you know, anytime you run through Amazon, you sell through like UK, Australia, Canada. So, yeah.
It's got to be fun, too, to let your creativity kind
It
of
is.
just take. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
because, I mean, you know, writing a murder mystery, you know, is like such a serious, and I'm sure it's fun to do, but like when you get to do some comedy and have play on words and do, but like that, this is all hilarious to me.
So I do have 2 romantic suspense books.
Do you really? Were those tough?
They were so hard. And I
bet.
really give props to thriller and mystery writers
Yeah.
because there's
you
a
gotta
lot of
live it.
working parts, and there's a lot of how you wrap things up. That's a little hard. Those took me the longest, and I am very comfortable with rom-coms, so I'll probably stick with rom-com from now on.
That's cool. Well, and now you also have a book available for pre-order. Is that true?
Yes. So that is book 8, and I'm actually writing it right now. I'm only like 4 chapters in. That's book 8 of my Traveling Calvert Sisters series.
Okay.
And it's about a group of sisters that actually are home based in Alton. And they travel around the world, the country, and that's when they meet their love interests. So I'm on the last one.
How many books are you turning out a year?
Well, that's going to change very soon. I went back to work full time.
No way. Yeah,
It's a little slower now. I usually do about 4 books a year.
Wow.
Depending on length. You know, I have some novellas, I have shorts. But with going back to work, it's probably going to be 2 or 3.
That's still going to be really good.
That's still churning out pretty fast. And I
Yeah.
am a fast writer. I get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm very disciplined. My butt is in my chair every morning
Good for
before I
you.
go to work. And I'm very disciplined with it.
Good for you. It's important. It really is. You got a moment to take a quick break with me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was like,
I thought you were talking to them.
No, 9:32, a little bit of change. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back with Tori, talk a little bit more next.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
It's the head digit. And all the boys in the newsroom gotta run and bet. Get the widow on the set. We need dirty laundry. Yeah, we do.
Daily Show, 9:32. You know, these folks probably thought, here we go, another 45-minute commercial break. And, you know, we were back in 14 seconds. You know, back with Tori. Whenever you're, what's your end goal? With how many, so you've written 32 total pieces.
Oh, have I?
Yeah.
That's how... Okay. It was shorts.
How long,
a lot of those are shorts.
Yeah, but still, though, how long ago did you start?
I started in 2021.
So in 4 years, 32 pieces, that's a pretty good turnover right there.
Right. So I want to be very clear that a lot of those are novellas. Like
that's
8
okay.
of them are novellas. I've got 4 shorts. So lots of shorter books that are fairly quick to write. Mm-hmm. When I was doing this full time and not back at work, I could write a short in about a month. Yeah. And a novella in about 6 weeks.
Well, and the thing is, though, I mean, to be fair with you, Tori, I mean, how many folks are still, you know, working on the same book for 45, you know, months?
Yeah.
You know, so you're doing pretty good for 4 years. But do you ever think of, like, writing one for a screenplay or something? You know, because, I mean, that would be kind of, these are really interesting. I could see these getting taken up. These are just... these are ones that I honestly, they're not a bad read and they're not a bad watch, you know?
So I thought about it with my first series. My first series was not rom-com. It was actually superhero erotic romance.
Really?
And a lot of people have told me, like, oh, that would have been great for Netflix because it's like each season could be a different book. It was a lot of fun to write. So I have thought about it, but I don't know. I think screenplays are a little bit harder to write.
I couldn't imagine, yeah. Well, and see, that's what I was just curious about, if you had any interest to take that to a new medium or not. That's interesting, though. That's okay. Hey, you never know.
I mean, if somebody approached me about it, I'd be open to it, but it's not something that I actively pursue at this point.
Well, and honestly, I just think your work ethic and the scheduling you set for yourself while you were doing this full time is really good for other independent writers and authors to know about, because I mean, it's up to you. You know, I mean, you can think about all these books all you want, but you still got to write the darn thing.
Yeah. So I set my own schedule, and I set my pre-orders, and that's kind of my deadline because I have 6 days, a few days before release to get it uploaded to Amazon. And sometimes, my friends are like, "You want to go, have a beer? You want to go do this? You want to go to the pool?" And I'm like, "No, I'm on a deadline." And they'll be like, "Oh, well, it doesn't matter." I'm like, "No, my publisher's a bitch, so I got to get on it."
Sounds like a good publisher.
Yeah.
Well, and see, that's interesting. Well, and now, have you ever? This is I think the best question. Have you ever had a good title for a book that someone else has used already?
So that happens quite a bit, and I actually changed my second book's title. My second book is called Thirst, but it was actually going to be called Rain because it was my superhero erotic romance. She can control water.
Oh, okay.
So somebody else released a book named Rain in like a month before I put the pre-order up. So I was like, oh, I'm going to change that because I was still newer. Actually, titles don't matter that much when it's something general like that. I just didn't want it too close to that other person's book.
That makes sense.
Just because I didn't want any confusion. But there are a lot of
that'd have been a hell of a confusion.
Yeah.
You know?
There are a lot of titles that actually, or a lot of books that have the same title. So if you go out, if you go out to Amazon and write, for example, The Wedding.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
So The Wedding has like 5 million books listed under it.
Makes sense. So, getting back to this new one, the Soul Scheme. This is book 2 of 2 in the plot, schemes, and shenanigans, correct? And now, what is the best way to kind of summarize or synopsis your book without giving too much away? What type of ride are we going on here?
So let's say I put something on Facebook in certain groups or whatever.
Okay, gotcha.
So what am I going to put on there? So I put tropes, grumpy sunshine, boss employee. Romance readers will understand that. They'll be like, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Gotcha.
Immediately they'll be like, okay, I'm interested or I'm not. And then what I've been putting on that little blurb is, this will answer all of the questions of what happens when you sell your feet pictures online and your boss finds out. He'll never know, right? So that's pretty much, I could go into my blurb that I actually have on there, but it's a little bit longer. But that's a really good summary of it.
Is this book for both folks that love any type of comedic writing and folks that do like a more romantic undertone?
So,
just so I'm kind of putting this together. Yeah,
there are people that just like romantic comedies in general.
No, and I'm one of anytime there's one on TV, if Adam Sandler made $1 billion, we're just making us happy and having 58 first dates.
So, but when you write a romance, you have to have a happily ever after or a happy ending.
Gotcha.
Or what we call an HFN, which is happy for now.
Okay.
So you have to have a happy ending. Otherwise, you will get eviscerated. People will be like, this isn't a romance. This is women's literature or, like women's fiction. So to be classified as romance, you have to have that love connection and you have to have them happy at the end.
What's Romeo and Juliet fall under now?
I don't know. Probably
Man, Bill Shakespeare would not have done well.
Classic literature. No, that would not be classified as a romance in today's definition of it.
You're right. I mean, that's just so fascinating to me. But this is, I just really like the idea of this because there's so many times that I've heard and we've all seen the meme, where the little picture, or I don't know but it's been on Facebook and hundreds of thousands of shares that, here we are driving to work, working our butts off and someone's selling their feet pics and making $1 million a month, and it's an interesting take. Now, what was the takeaway from your inner circle? Have they read this yet? Have you given some test reads?
So I have given some, obviously I have ARC readers, which are advanced reader copies. And I do at this point in my career have a group of ARC readers that I send the book automatically to.
Wonderful.
They're just, my readers that read it ahead of time. So far, the attention has been good. So I think there's only one review out for it, though, because Amazon's entire system crashed yesterday.
This is costing a lot of money.
Well, yeah, and it's causing a lot of headaches for me because I released my paperback just a little bit earlier than my ebook so that my ARC readers can go in and review on the paperback because you can't leave a review on Amazon until the ebook releases. So when I did that, the Amazon system was down and they could not leave reviews. But it's been very positive. And then a lot of my author friends, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of bonkers and bananas. And they're like, oh, yeah, you do that best. But
That's
it's
awesome.
Great. So,
well, Tori, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Best of luck with the release of this. I hope it goes well. Just came out today. You can find it on Amazon. We'll link it. And you can find all other 32 pieces of Tori's work. Next one coming out soon.
Yes, February, I think. February 6th, something like that.
Really cool. Well, Tori, again, thanks so much for stopping by. We'll talk again, hopefully in February.
Maybe.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with more Daily Show right after this on RiverBender.com, Roku TV.
With over 20 years
years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Hey me, what you wanna do? I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Don't you think time is right for us to find?
Welcome back. Daily Show on a Tuesday. Good to have you back. We got a great 10 o'clock hour coming down the pipeline. I'm really excited to talk to Kim at Cloverleaf. We're also going to be talking to Mark Smith with the Riverbend East Rotary Club and going to get the latest from them. They also have an upcoming Pints for Polio event, and we're going to get the latest on that. So one thing I wanted to fill you in on, I didn't have time during... There's actually two things I didn't have time to do during the new top of the hour news as we were getting ready for Tori. The first one's on Hainer Library. The second one's regarding Marquette Catholic. Love talking about them both. They do great, there we go, great things. First one's over here at Hainer Library. Just a brief mention from this that Hainer Library is going to be having a really cool opportunity tomorrow, October the 22nd at 6:30 p.m. at the Genealogy and Local History Library. That's right here on State Street 401, State Street in Alton. Seating is going to be limited to this, so you're going to have to call and register for the program in advance by calling 1-800-613-3163. That's 1-800-613-3163, and you can register. This is going to be an event they want the audience to be over the age of 13 because of the focus it takes to do this. This is from Ann Williams. She's a historic interpreter and performer, and she's going to delight audiences with haunted tales in time for Halloween, with the lights turned on down in the Gothic-style architecture of the Genealogy and Local History Library, adding to the ambiance. Patrons are in for an atmospheric treat as Ann Williams, historic interpreter and performer, will recite dramatically from memory, that's incredible, several works from the author Edgar Allan Poe. This is going to be awesome. The Genealogy and Local History building is just a beautiful space, too. Williams is also going to recite as well an excerpt from another Halloween October favorite, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving. Poe's stories will also include The Telltale Heart, The Black Cat, The Raven, and others, and has shared the author's stories and poems with audiences at historic sites in New York and Philadelphia, Richmond, and regionally in Missouri and Illinois. She has worked with the National Park Service, St. Louis Public Radio, and many historic sites on various projects, including dramatic recitation of literature and historic speeches, and creating and performing in short plays, reconstructing historic events, film narration, and a complete audio production of Dickens' A Christmas Carol, and collaborated with Ballet 314 and Opera St. Louis as well. And just one that you want to be a part of. Again, that's 1-800-613-3163, and definitely one that you want to sign up for today. Also wanted to fill you in that Marquette Catholic will be presenting Alice in Wonderland. That's going to be a fun one. November 7th and the 8th at 7 p.m. at the Ruth Kloss Stage, located at 219 East 4th Street. Alice in Wonderland is based on that story of Lewis Carroll and adapted by Jason Piazzarello. It is produced by special arrangement with Stage Partners. You can learn more at yourstagepartners.com. And this is one that, according to Miss Madison Foreman, the MCHS theater and music director, 25 students are involved with in the production as actors and as crew. And she said it's been a wonderful reminder of just how imaginative the students are. They have taken this classic story and made the characters their own. Each character is full of color, curiosity, and, of course, madness. The students' passion and love for the performing arts has truly made this performance enjoyable to work on and unforgettable. You can see the full cast and crew at the RiverBender.com press release at RiverBender.com/news. According to Marquette Catholic principal Timothy Harmon, he said, "I'm incredibly excited about this year's fall play, Alice in Wonderland. I grew up watching Alice in Wonderland, and to see our students perform this should be a lot of fun. I also want to recognize the dedication and creativity of our theater director, Miss Madison Foreman, and the talented students who have brought this story to life, both on stage and behind the scenes. Their teamwork, their energy, and commitment to their craft, it's truly inspiring." You can learn more about how to get tickets at marquettecatholic.org. They're $10 for adults, and students at Marquette Catholic and children are free to attend. You can again get tickets at marquettecatholic.org for $10, or get your tickets at the door. 9:49. So I saw something today that blew my mind, and I want to talk about it when we come back. And it's something that is really alarming. 1 in 10 children are playing outside. I mean, this is incredible, and you can give me all the reasons in the book, but this is absolutely insane. Let's talk about it when we come back after this.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication.
Trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today.
Okay, so I know I told you guys about this study. One that we're going to talk about. A new study has shown that 1 in 10 toddlers go outside to play once or less a week. And we're going to talk about this here in a little bit because this is just insane to me. But right now, Tim Borman's on the line. Tim, did you go outside more than once a week as a kid?
Every day.
Oh my God! That wasn't even an option. I mean, like,
yeah, it wasn't, right? My dad, we have a friend come over, and my dad would be downstairs or outside.
Right.
That was it.
See you when the lights come on, kids.
That's right.
Like, what are we doing here? We'll talk about that later. The Owls Club is Fall Festival is getting ready to come down the pipeline. Tim, how's it looking this year?
It's looking great. It's looking great as always. We're excited. It's coming up. It's going to be here before we know it, just like always.
Well, and I love what you guys do with the Owls Club, man. And, the camaraderie that's there, and also just the fact when you walk in, even if it's for just, a public event, when you have it open to the public, it just has that community feel where everyone knows your name and there's always just a good time.
Yeah, that's all we're looking for. We don't want any trouble. We don't want any problems. We like to open the door from time to time and have these parties, or, people have receptions, and, birthdays, anniversaries, all this kind of stuff, and
yeah,
you don't get a good reputation by being evil or angry or mean, or what have you.
Right. Well, and Tim, on top of that too, I mean, on Saturday, November. Oh, Tim, are you still there? Wait a little bit.
I am, yeah.
On Saturday, November the 8th, this is when the Fall Festival takes place at 6 p.m., and this is going to be great. So you have the barbecue pork steak dinner, which is going to be great.
Yep.
But music by City Heat, too. They're a great band. That's going to be some great music.
We had a band last year. We had Hookie booked last year. Hookie played the year before. I love those guys. But Ray, the drummer, had COVID, and we found out on Friday before the event that Ray was sick. And one of the board members at the time is friends with the guys in City Heat, and he reached out to them. And within, I think they booked in like 10 minutes. They're like, absolutely, yeah, we'll come and play. So they came in short notice. They did a great job, and so we've invited them to come back again this year.
Nice. And then we can't. How long are they going to be playing for the whole night, or how long are they going to be on the stage for?
Yeah, they'll play. I believe they'll play either starting at 7:30 or 8.
Okay.
I don't know that it's been lined out as well just yet, but I think last year they played 7:30 to 11:30, or maybe even into midnight. Because we do the raffles and the drawings and announcements and things like that. There's a lot of stuff going on, and so when the band we ask them to take a break about every hour, and then MC will jump up there and do the drawings. We've got raffles. Raffle tickets for cash drawing. We've got bag raffles where you drop tickets in the brown paper bags for the items that you're interested in winning. We've got a lottery tree or cash tree. We did a cash pizza one year, and I think there's another Yeti cooler that'll be up for raffle as well.
Do you just want me to text you my address for that Yeti cooler? I don't want you.
That's right. Yeah, you have to get me $5 first.
Well, this is really cool, man. And now the raffle ticket drawings too are going to be for $500, $250, and $100. The bag raffle, there's a ton going on. How long does it take for you all to put this together? Because there's a lot to this.
Months. Yeah, we start talking about the next year's Fall Fest, the meeting after Fall Fest.
Wow.
It's you learn something new every year. You plan it out. You want to get, we get our budget together for food for the band. We try to get the band booked early in the year, because some of these really good bands, if you wait too long and you are not going to, they're tough to get booked. The raffle tickets that we sell, they're $1 a piece or 6 for $5, and those are the ones that are for the $500 cash prize, $250 and $100 cash prizes.
Wow.
Those we get ordered in the June-July timeframe so that we can start selling in August. Putting together the food menu. We found our niche with the barbecue pork steaks. It works really well. It's just kind of a conversation that happens once a month as we go through into the spring, and then in midsummer, you really start talking about it and getting things hammered together. And we're always looking for donations for prizes and that. So we got to get your feet out in the pavement, hitting the bricks, and bugging businesses and that, and the people that contribute. We're always so very thankful for our donors.
Yeah. Well, and Tim, what's the best way for folks that are interested to reach out and say, hey, I have an item to donate, I have a product to donate, or someone that wants to just be a part of the Owls Club? What's the best way?
So for the donations, we have a Facebook page that myself and a couple other members, we kind of monitor and that. So that's probably the best way. We have it. You can call down there and leave us a message if nobody's there. We really don't have like an email address that you can send information to. But maybe that's something we need to add for as far as contact. We have our bar chairman is Dan Henderson, and you can get a hold of him he's our social chair for information about the club, or for rentals and things like that, or donations. They reach out to me. Dan Henderson, any of the guys that are on the board, and then of course our Facebook page, it's Alton Owls Club.
We have that Facebook page up now, Tim, just for folks to see that the profile picture there and make sure they're clicking on the right one, and also the event Facebook page too. You guys can type in Owls Club Fall Festival and that'll pop right up. And how much are raffle tickets for all this? What are the price ranges?
So the cash raffle, they're $1 a piece or 6 for $5, and then we have our bag raffle, and those will be $1 a piece or 6 for $5 as well.
What's the bag raffle, Tim? Sorry to cut you off.
No, that's fine. So it's something I don't even know when we started doing it this way, but you go to a typical raffle and you buy a raffle ticket, and then they draw prizes and you get something, right? A lot of times you might get a prize and you'd be like, well, I don't need a ladies medium golf shirt. It won't fit. Our raffle, the way we do it, is we take brown paper bags and we set it next to the prize, and we write on the bag what the prize is. You can, they're sitting there, so it might be a gift card, it might be a
gotcha
cake, all this stuff you need to make a cake, or s'mores, or a fire pit, or a cooler, or a table umbrella, or something like that. And so we have those set out, and then you get raffle ticket, basically your standard roll of drawing tickets. We sell those. You also get, that's part of your entrance fee. You get tickets, and then you write your name on the ticket, and you walk around and you put your raffle ticket in the bags of the prizes that you actually want to win.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so it focuses it down to that. So you're basically raffling for just the items that you want, and so you're not winning things that maybe it's something you already have, or it's something you have absolutely no interest in. Like AP Cigars always donates to us, and so I've always got cigar prizes down there, and some people have no interest in cigars at all, and so you do a general raffle, and you win cigars, and some people are like, well, what the heck am I going to do with these? Right? But if you're a cigar connoisseur, you're like, oh man, I love Table 36 cigars. Heck yeah, I'm going to put all my raffle tickets in that bag, and then when you draw, you get the prize. Well, you get the prize you wanted.
Well, and see, that's actually really cool how to do it, because, man, I'm telling you what, every time I do win something, it's always like oven mitts. What the hell am I going to do with it?
Another pair of oven mitts.
Like the rob. I hate rob your neighbor. I've never won the decent prize. It's always been terrible. But getting into this though, what is why's what's the mission behind the fall festival? What's the reason you guys do this for?
This one, the Fall Festival, is the only event that we do for ourselves, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but we have weddings, and we have wedding receptions and anniversaries, birthday parties, those kinds of things that people like to rent banquet spaces for. But we don't gouge people. We don't charge a lot of money for a rental. We don't charge a lot of money for if you're buying kegs of beer because you'd like to have keg beer for your guests. And then we have our cash bar, and our prices aren't, over the top. And so as far as events goes, where we're actually doing something for ourselves, this is our fundraiser to help support the operation of our club.
Yeah. Well, and see, it's really good to make that note for the public too, just to showcase that, because you're right. I mean, you guys aren't charging, get out go to Rocket Mortgage and refinance your house prices,
That's right.
You're providing a really cool service for the community. And are you guys looking for new members, Tim, while I still have you?
It's you're always looking in a way, but we're always looking, you have to know a member, right?
Right.
It's an honor social club. And so, we want members to know members, if you know what I mean. You want, not necessarily a stranger comes in, but if you get the opportunity to get to know a member, I mean, that's how you do it. It's more, I don't want to say family, but definitely relation wise, right?
Cool.
We know one another, and you bring in your friends, you bring in your coworkers, or people that you've got to know socially, to bring in that way. And it beats trying to go vet background checks and things of that sort.
Well, and that's what I think's really just so cool about this. And for all the folks, don't you ask me, because I ain't a member. I'm just telling you. With that, Tim, with that being said, while I still have you, could you give me one final overview of Fall Festival so we could put this in a nice summary for the audience?
Yeah, it's our annual fall party. It's a barbecue, live music, dancing, good food, cheap drinks, raffles. There's a couple outside of the bag raffle and the ticket raffle. There will be like a 50-50 for cash, and then there'll be a lottery tree or a cash tree or something along those lines where you're purchasing a chance to win something that's got probably around $100 to $200 of raffle tickets, the scratcher tickets.
Oh, nice.
Scratcher lottery tickets. Yeah. So,
man, I'm gonna need every bit of the 200 side, because I can't win on a scratch off ticket since Jesus built houses. I mean, it's just incredible. This is so cool. Sorry, Tim, didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I mean, that's really what it's about. It's about community. It's about camaraderie. And just to touch on other events, there's a lot of conversations about other events coming up that we're going to try to do. We have a craft fair coming up the weekend after Thanksgiving. That's Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. There'll be some craft vendors there at the club, and the bar will be open, and I think there's going to be mimosas and like croissant sandwiches of some kind, something else like that. And then we've got a group of members that have come together and have started having conversations about other events that we could do. So we might at some point try to do a spring party of some kind, something in the same vein, and start looking at ways to raise money for other charities in the area.
Well, honestly, Tim, fill me in on the way. That's really cool. I'd love to hear more about those and showcase those off to the community, because anytime we can promote Al's Club, we'll be happy to do it.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, CJ. Yeah, sorry for the short notice as well.
We're going to get better at this. That was my fault, Tim.
That's right.
But, and then, Tim, on a side note, before I say so long, I think what I'm going to do is anytime I find out a parent is only sending their kids out once a week or 0 times a week, I'm just going to send you to their house. I think you can scare them for me.
Well, I have to see I can work that into my schedule.
Tim, thanks so much for your time, man.
Hey, you bet, buddy.
We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show.
Hey, next year we got to work it out so I'm in the studio with you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, that'd be a lot better. I'd love to have you here.
Yeah, buddy.
We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show on this Tuesday comes around the corner next.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome in. Daily Show, 10:09. I have to put my rant on. I have a rant coming up. 1 in 10 kids go outside once a week. Yeah, I swear. 9 and 10, they're finding out don't go outside at all. That are toddlers.
That's really sad.
That is. We're going to talk about that later, but we have guests, and we have business to take care of. But stay tuned because I'm grumpy today as it is, so I'm ready to yell at strangers. Kim, how are we doing?
I'm fine.
So,
how are you?
Good. Cloverleaf is going strong?
It's doing really well. We have had a really fun season. I just got started there in July. So
really?
Yeah.
How'd you wind up there?
Oh, well, meant to be, I think. I got really lucky, we'll call it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, and now at Cloverleaf, you guys are located right on Fossburg Road. It's a great course, really, for all experiences.
It is. So we like to call ourselves an all abilities course.
Yeah.
We are a full 18-hole course. We are getting ready to have a big commemorative anniversary. So we are the oldest family-owned and operated course in the country.
In the country?
In the country.
What date is that anniversary?
Well, we were established in 1931. So coming up here in a couple of years, we'll be celebrating 100 years.
That's incredible. And now, hell, you're next year will be 95 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge.
That's incredible. Well, I didn't realize it was that. Man, golf's been around a while.
Right here in Alton.
That's incredible. Not being funny about it. I just didn't realize the timeline there.
And the rich history.
Yeah.
So the current owner, Brian Lawson, he's a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
His great-grandfather, it was the beginner of the course. Started basically back in Depression era. His grandfather was traveling,
Mm-hmm.
and he worked for the state. He was taking train trips up north to Springfield,
Mm-hmm.
and he saw lots of different golf courses. And he came back home and he said, "This is what we need to do with our dairy farm."
Wow.
So the ground itself used to be a dairy farm. They turned it into a golf course with the full belief of putting a club in people's hands, getting people out. Apparently they had a line of people ready to start golfing before the sun was up.
This is incredible.
Yeah, so
This is
really
super
cool. And right here in Alton, who knew, right?
That's incredible. And before we talk about the upcoming tournaments, you guys have some great membership rates too. And honestly, like I know the end of the year's coming up, so it's really not for this year, but
Right.
my focus would be for if you guys have like the golfer in your life for next year, that's a great Christmas gift, truly.
100%.
And
yeah.
hell, even if it's for just the summer, or for, I don't know how those rates work, but lock in the year, and really give them something they want.
If you are a regular golfer, you're going to get great value for your dollar.
Yeah.
It's right there off 255, right here in town. Doesn't take long to get to. It's got its
Wow, the
front
patio's
nine.
beautiful.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
not to cut you off
You're
there.
okay.
I'm just on your website.
Let's talk
stalking
about
you
the
guys.
patio.
We will here in a second. But what are the membership rates looking like? How do they work?
So we release our rates closer to mid-November.
Okay.
So we'll be having those rates pretty soon.
Okay.
Basically, you pay for your membership fee, and then all you have to do is pay for a greens fee when you come out.
That's
So
incredible.
if you want to walk, it's even cheaper. Basically, it's going to pay for itself if you're a regular golfer and you're there once a week.
Wow.
We have those guys that are there every week. We have guys that are there once a month. And regardless, you're supporting small business.
And guys that are there every day.
Oh, yeah.
I
They
wish.
beat me there. They're already come and gone golf 9 holes before I'm there. So.
That's awesome. Okay, so this is really cool. And I was just on the website. I didn't know the patio looked that cool. I mean, that's great space to rent for corporate spaces. Hell, even if you do a reception or any type of birthday or family gathering or really anything.
It's perfect
Yeah.
for what you need. We
Wow.
have seating for up to 80 comfortably. So we've
Yeah.
done buffet style. We've done, we work with lots of different caterers in the area. So you can choose your own caterer. We have, that's part of my role.
Mm-hmm.
Helping out with events, so getting everything just how you want it. We can work on decor for you, setup, layout. We have a bar as well, so we can do a full.
Some of the pictures is that on the website. You guys can scroll through. I mean, it looks great. But also the bartenders are $50 an hour is not bad at all.
It's full service,
Yeah,
too.
that's really, really good pricing.
We work with you, any budget. So as far as, if you have a signature event that's going on, if you have a birthday, a wedding, and you want a signature cocktail, just work with me.
Do you guys do weddings and all that?
We do. We just had our, so we've had a few different weddings, but since I started, we had one just the beginning of October. Absolutely beautiful. Fall weather.
Yeah, I
just
bet.
Fall foliage.
It was
on the
definitely
course.
dry, too. It didn't rain.
No, we had perfect weather. But the garage doors open up. You saw some of the photos. Just really nice indoor-outdoor space. And we do have heaters for winter, booking holiday parties if you're interested. Give me a call. Just, start to finish, we want to make sure that your event is smooth and exactly what you're looking for. So
It's incredible. And, on the south or on the flip side of that, 3 million rounds of golf being played at Cloverleaf is incredible since you guys have opened
Oh, yeah.
up. That's a huge amount of golf.
And that's an estimate.
But I mean, still, plus or minus $1 million, you're still looking pretty good at 2 million. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. Also, going in just to a little bit more why you booked the space and why you go. I mean, there's a lot of history there from like even, Abraham Lincoln sleeping in bedrooms and different spots. That's really cool stuff.
It is. And we have a lot of our memorabilia is on display in our clubhouse. So you come in, check it out. We have people come from all over the place.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's nostalgic. It's like I said, putting golf clubs in people's hands during the Depression. That's the reason they opened their doors.
Yeah.
They wanted people to have something to go to when times were hard. Get outside, like you're talking about.
That's incredible.
Kids that don't go outside, bring your kid.
Don't get me started yet. We got to talk about you guys first. Okay, but going into this, there's a 2-man scramble coming up. What day is that on?
We have our year-end tournament. So Saturday, November 1st.
We're at the end of the year.
The end of the season for us, basically.
Yeah.
We have a lot of different hosted tournaments that we do spring to fall. And this is just one that we wrap up the year with, and we have a lot of fun with it, so we're pretty excited.
Fill me in on the details, and how much fun are we having?
Okay, so tons of fun.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer. You didn't want to say not a lot.
Always a good time. we want you to get lucky at the Leaf. Let's see. This is, it's basically starts out Saturday, November 1st. It's a morning shotgun, 10 a.m. We've got room for 72 teams, but it's filling up quickly. So this is kind of just a way to get the word out. If you do want to do it, come out. There's a chance to win over $5,000 in prize money. So,
wow.
We want you to bring your dream team. There are people from all over the St. Louis region who come out and compete. It's just friendly competition. But
how good's the competition here? Asking for a friend.
Okay, so it's flighted, CJ.
Okay, thank you. Because I'm like, listen here. I'm sure there's like these 2-man teams that just go around and just rake in the dough here, and I don't know if I could compete. I'm like Dangerfield without the tools in Caddyshack.
Well, we're all about a good time. If you ever see me out there, I want to get your outfits. I go for the golf outfits and the cool golf bags. And
there you go. I love it.
People dancing with their radio on the course. That's always fun.
There you go.
So we're here for it.
What are the flights?
So there are a couple different flights. We basically gauge based on skill. So you go out and we kind of separate them into flights. You'll be able
Why
to.
am I in my own bracket?
It goes by skill level, so that everybody has a chance to walk away with some money here. Oh man,
I love this. How much is it to compete?
Okay, so for a 2-man team, it is $160, so $80 per person.
Well, that's not bad at all.
And included in that, there's an additional walking round and a practice round. So you actually get about $75 worth of golf with your $80.
Wow.
Lunch is included. I know that they're going to do chili. That's an annual thing at the end of the year. Our boss, is big chili dog guy, so we're going to have a spread. There are also optional skins available, so you can participate in that. Basically, it's just an added pot. Different things that they look at. You can win different types of ways. I know there's cash hole-in-one prizes. On hole 3, 7, 13, and 18, $200 basically. You get a hole-in-one on those courses, you get $200.
Oh, nice.
Just an added pot. So, I know that, like I said, we're filling up pretty quick, and I know a lot of people are talking about it and thinking, "Oh, let's get our
you better do it now."
It's your chance. Yeah, you want to jump on it now.
This is so cool. And I mean, now how long does this run to normally? Do you know, or is it going to be an all-day event?
It's not quite all day. It just it depends on the number of teams that we have.
How good we are.
Yes, if you're throwing in hole-in-ones left and right, I guess you're going to move a little faster.
That's true. That's true. You'd be out in about 45 minutes, I think. Front 9.
We just say about an hour and a half for the 9.
That's cool.
So if it's full 18, you're going about 3 hours.
But that's good just to note for in case they have something to schedule for, if they have something planned that day. This is great.
Year end, it's a good day to come out and have a good time. So don't rush yourself. You want to focus on your game, obviously, and do the best you can because money's up for grabs. But we want you to have fun. Like I said, it's flighted, so you've got an opportunity that even if you're not the best of the best, you're still going to walk away with some money. We have A, B, and C flights, and then a championship flight that we do. So
that's really cool.
4 opportunities there to split that big pot. Again, up to $5,000 in prize money is going to be awarded, but it just depends on how many teams we get. So let's fill them up.
Well, and then in the meantime, if you got to get ready for the golf tournament and you haven't played this summer like CJ, you got to go book a tee time, and you can do that on the website. That's okay. Well, we're frozen, but it's a Cloverleaf website, and this is the booking selection of your website. You can do this is so cool, and it's really interactive where you can pick that time, put your email address, and you got to sign in. And it'll give you those rate options for the walking the carts and all of that. It's super great that you guys make it easy.
And if you have any questions, we are pretty old school, so call our clubhouse, 618-462-3022.
Isn't it weird how well a phone call works?
We love talking to people.
And they go outside, and you guys go outside more than once a week.
We do. Try to get the sun.
So take me through this. So what are the prizes, first, second, third, and all that for the flights?
Okay, so it just depends on how many teams we get.
Gotcha. So it'll be dependent on the quantity, up to 72 teams.
Correct.
Man, so how do you guys prepare for all those golfers?
Well, we want to make sure we have people sign up ahead of time. Extremely helpful for us. We have registration 45 minutes early the day of. We make sure that we have everything, you know where you're going, because it's a shotgun start. You're going to start on a specific hole. So the more information we have ahead of time, the better. It's just something that we look forward to every year. I know that we have our regular people who come out, and we're always looking to invite more and more people to come check us out because, like I said, we've got some something special going on. We've got a lot to offer our area, and it's a fun course.
It's a beautiful course too. I mean, it really is, and it's great. Like I said, great for all ages. It's really good for all experience levels. You're gonna get better each time you're out there, and you have a great team out there that takes care of that course.
The staff, I can't say enough for them. I just started, and it's amazing. Just the groundskeepers do a great job. They want to make sure that the course is kept up, that they make things new and enticing for our golfers. They changing things up, making it more difficult. Lots of good banter back and forth. Hey, did you do what I said to the course? Make it easier for me. It's fun to be around. There's definitely good energy in the clubhouse. So
well, and one quick note too, and I'm sure this will be updated again for the next years as you guys are for the golfers that play in your tournaments and everything else. There's a lot of tournaments that happen in the summer, and you guys make it a good point to throw those dates out a little bit ahead of time.
We do a mailer every year, so if that's something you're interested in, give us a call. We'll add you to our mailing list. I think early April, when the weather starts getting real nice, is when we really start pushing. But we have about 8 events that we really we host on our own, and then of course we're always open for charity events. If anybody's looking for a course, come out, visit us, we'll talk.
What's the phone number for all that?
618-462-3022. Welcome to visit our website, cloverleafgolfcourse.com.
And really great website too. It's really clean, and I just love all what you're doing. With that being said, what's the best way to pay you for the golf tournament?
We can do by credit card over the phone. We can take care of you in advance if you want to come in. Golf your free practice round. That's a good opportunity. Come in, pay. Golf, go ahead and golf your practice round while you're there.
Call it a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Well, Kim, we'll take care of you. We'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com. And just, I know this is going to be a full tournament or darn near close to it.
We hope so.
Every step of the way.
Yeah, we're excited.
Do you have your teammate picked out?
I will be working the event. I'm a friendly face behind the counter, there for anything that you need, any questions, that sort of thing.
Really cool. Well, Kim, thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope to talk with you soon as the calendar rolls over and we get ready for spring.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Oh, never a problem.
I'm so glad I didn't wear my pajamas. I didn't know I was actually on the screen.
It's like, you know how many times I've done that and just worn my pajamas in? I'm like, it's a live show. It's a Monday at 9.
Don't mind me.
What the hell are we doing here? We'll take a quick break. Daily Show comes back to you next on a Monday, right after this on RiverBender. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
We're closed. Like that weekend's only commercial. We're still closed. Anyway, so is my brain. We'll take a quick break. Daily Show comes back to you next with Riverbend East Rotary. Right after this on RiverBender.com, Roku TV.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Get fired if I don't get some sleep. My long lost buddies say I'm getting in too deep, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. I try so hard, I can't rise above it. Don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
Daily Show, welcome back to this Tuesday morning. I thought it was Monday just a few minutes ago. I don't know if you heard that blooper, but we'll get through that. That'll be for the end of the year tape. We have Robin, we have Mark in the studio, Riverbend East Rotary. First time I've had the Riverbend East Rotary Club on the show, and Pints for Polio is coming right down the pipeline. How are we looking for the event?
We're looking pretty good. We have 5 different local bar and grills participating in East Alton and Wood River. We got No Man's Land, Joe's Pizza and Pasta there at Eastgate, Refinery and Franchise right there down Edwardsville Road, and then the Airliner on Airline Drive in East Alton. We've got a few already registered, but obviously with it being this Thursday, we're trying to get people registered now and everything because this is going to be such a big event for us. It's our big polio push right now because Friday is actually World Polio Day.
Well, and that is one of the most major components of Rotary International's mission. And my generation might not understand, just here locally, the impact that disease had. Right. But open up a history book or go back and reflect on one of your history classes and realize how much damage and the impact that disease has then and now still has today in other countries throughout the world still.
Yeah, and I don't have to open up my history book because my dad had polio.
Wow.
And so it's something that doesn't just affect kids in their childhood. In most cases, it follows them throughout their adulthood with complications.
Well, and see, this is why it's incredible to have Rotary provide events like this through local chapters because you need to talk about it. Because, even then, I wouldn't have realized that it was, a generation right before you. That's incredible to me. And now, with you being the international chair, Robin, is this a conversation that comes up quite a bit and just your communication with within the group?
Yeah, and also within other Rotary groups. So
Yeah.
I go to other Rotary groups also and do a presentation on our Polio Plus Society and fighting polio, partially because of my experience with my dad and knowing his history, because, so many people, don't have that personal connection, and they don't know the stories of just how it affected kids and families.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, and now when you're putting on events like this, how do you find the locations? What goes into the partnerships that make up that Pints for Polio, the stops along the way?
The biggest thing for us is obviously with us being Riverbend East Rotary, we're basically the two clubs, East Alton Rotary and Woodard, merged to forge Riverbend East Rotary. So we're looking for the locations that are in our service area and basically trying to find ways to help promote local as far as getting them some people that might not know them otherwise, but also, as you know, they're pretty well-known places too. So for them to be doing this when they already have their specials and stuff like that going on, they're actually going out and supporting us and helping us provide this.
Well, it's totally a symbiotic relationship. And I think that, again, just a good reflection on Rotary International and just other Rotary clubs, throughout the country too and throughout the area is how important that dynamic is. And it seems like just throughout the entire region, and I'm sure Riverbend East Rotary's region's no different, it's pretty easy to get the businesses and the folks to say, yeah, absolutely, let's go ahead and do this.
Yeah, they were all excited and ready to get on board. They're looking forward to the event as well. I've seen them sharing it on their socials as well.
Really cool. And now, do you guys have a Facebook page, social media?
Yeah, we do. It's under Riverbend East Rotary, and it actually has a link to the event page. Got the website where you can actually go straight to register. You can actually register the night of at the locations, but if you register ahead of time, it kind of sets it up to where you're starting and everything else.
Well, and that's good to know too. And we're going to take you right there to the Facebook page so you guys can see that and what it looks like. And I am totally on the right spot here. I was making sure. Sometimes doing this on the fly, guys, can get a little nerve-wracking. But you can see the post on there and see really just some great information there that you're sharing from Oasis as well. But here's the Pints for Polio event flyer. You can see that right there in its entirety. And $30. It's 5 to 10 p.m. That's a good amount of time to run. And now, just for folks that have never done a Pints for Polio event, how does it break down? What's that structure look like on your end of things for the consumer?
For the consumer, basically, you pick a starting point. I kind of always say it's like, well, if you know what you want to eat, you might start there. Like, I know Joe's Pizza and Pasta has a all-you-can-eat spaghetti night.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like...
That's great.
You can go there. Franchise obviously has their Thursday night appetizer specials and that going on. And I do know that Airliner and Refinery are talking about doing a couple of specials as well.
I haven't eaten at Refinery yet. Is that pretty good?
It's actually very underrated because most people don't know they even have a kitchen.
Yeah.
For me, it's close to home, so yeah, I've been there a few times and we enjoy it.
Man, that sounds like my type of place. Yeah.
Yep.
This is so cool. And now, so it includes a souvenir pint glass.
Yep.
Correct, 4 beer tickets and that punch card. You turn your punch card in at the end of the night, signed off at all 5 spots, and receive a Pints for Polio champion T-shirt and $10 per additional mug.
Correct. So basically, if you want, like me with my bar that I keep downstairs, I actually like to have a pint glass.
I get what you're doing.
So I've got 2 ordered, but obviously I only needed 1 for the beer tickets. But yeah, I ordered a second one, which is a great opportunity. I actually there should be a picture on the event page of the mugs, but they came out looking very, very nice. It says Riverbend East Rotary, Pints for Polio. And then we have the initial shirt order in for the people that are working the night of the event. So as you're getting there, you'll see what they look like, but they actually turned out real nice. They're obviously going to be purple in honor of polio.
It's and really just great information there. Real quick, and here's the look at that. I found it. There's the glass, correct? Yep. Look at that. I am on fire today calling all this up on we're going to take a quick break, but one note real quick that is important is, because this is a drinking event and this is a platform, make sure you have a designated driver.
Yeah, we kind of stress that too.
Yeah, and that's in your flyer, and I think that's really good to note. And just make sure that you guys are safe getting around town. We're going to come back with Riverbend East Rotary, pay a quick bill, come back, talk a little bit more about this event. You stay there, and we'll be back here on RiverBender.com, Roku TV, and anywhere and everywhere you watch this show.
With over 20 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back, Daily Show 1037. We're back with Mark. We're back with Robin. Riverbend East Rotary. Mark, you're the president. Robin, you are the international chair, and you're also a part of the Polio Plus committee, correct? Well, and, I just think it's really important that, to keep talking about polio a little bit and just Rotary overall, is that there's still a lot of countries around the world that are dealing with this as an epidemic, to say the least.
And people don't really think about it too much because it's like, isn't that eradicated? It's like, well, yeah, but as much as people travel, it doesn't take long if you don't completely eradicate it for it to spread again.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, this year we've had 13 wild polio cases. It's only in 2 countries, Afghanistan and Pakistan now. But it's estimated if we stop our efforts for vaccination that within 10 years we'll have 200,000 cases per year.
It doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
Well, and no one can take away the importance of the polio vaccine. I mean, that was one of the single greatest inventions, whether it's medical or just in general of all time. I mean, that vaccine was crucial, and Rotary plays a huge part in that and distribution, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, and let's talk about polio a little bit more here in a couple of seconds, but let's talk about ways that we can help Rotary fundraise this and support this cause. Pints for Polio, it's $30. And is online registration available for this?
Yeah, there's online registration. If you go to the page, or even on RiverBender, there's an event page that has the QR code that you can go straight to. If you don't like QR codes, our Facebook page actually has the forms site web address so you can actually just link straight to it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You're making it easy for all of us here.
Trying to, and then if online doesn't really work, if you want to come that night to register, you can do so. We're still trying to get the Venmo set up, but obviously we will take cash, preferably exact change, because that'll make it a lot easier on the ones working the tables. But whenever you walk in, if it's your first stop, find the table, because that's where you're going to be picking your stuff up anyway. Or if you want to get registered, or if you're just there eating and you decide that you want to participate.
Yeah, well, and the reason I'm pulling up the screen here, this is the Riverbend East Rotary Club's Facebook page. This post from October 3rd has that link right here. It's that form site, and it'll take you right over to where you can fill that out and you can put your information in. I'm zoomed out and my glasses are bad, or my eyes are bad, but there's 10 different crawler options that you can, up to 10 spaces, and that's $30 per, correct?
Yeah, if you want to register your group, you can actually register all on one form, or you can do it individually, and it basically tells you to pick where you're going to start. And then as the night goes through, you're going to have one card. It's going to have the 4 punch or 4 spots for the bartender or server to mark off your beers through the night, and also at the top it's going to have where the people at the table circle an initial that you've been to each location, and then that's where at the end of the night you turn your card in, and we actually get all your information and order a t-shirt for you. Obviously, we don't want to pre-order a bunch of t-shirts and then be stuck with them, because we don't know how many people are planning on actually hitting all 5 locations.
Well, and honestly, great to note there. And we're going to link this in a write-up on RiverBender today, so you guys can just click on the link and go, and we'll take you right there to registration. $30 per person, and then $10 for an extra mug. One is provided per ticket, correct?
Right.
And now, real quick, Robin, just because of your work within the Polio Plus committee and everything you do, you were talking about 13 wild cases, correct, of polio in
Yes.
2 countries. What are some of the stats you can share with us just on polio in general, and then some of the work that Rotary does to help combat it as well?
Yeah, well, Rotary first started in 1979 with working on vaccinations, but really formed our Polio Plus in 1985, I believe it was. And so since in 1988, there were 350,000 cases of polio worldwide. Wow. So we are now at 99% vaccination. And, I don't know the dollar amount that Rotary has contributed, but it's well over $1 billion. I do know that. So we're really close. But like we mentioned just a moment ago, we just can't let off
the gas.
Yeah, because it's, again, within 10 years, it's estimated it would be 200,000 cases per year. And we partner with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They will donate $2 for every dollar that we raise.
Wow.
So
that's incredible. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Well, and now it's good, honestly, what are some of the reasons that, is it that, I don't want to say reasons, is it education? Is it raising awareness to individuals that don't understand it? Is it lack of access to that vaccination? Just in your experience talking with the group.
It's everything.
Okay.
It's all of that. Yep, it's education, excuse me.
Yeah, some of it now is actually just getting into some of the countries where they don't have access, or aren't informed, and it's basically you're going in there, and some of these are not the best situations to be walking into anyway. But that's another story.
Right. Yeah, I get you there.
So there's areas of those countries that are harder to get into, and that people are more suspicious. And, they don't want the vaccinations.
Absolutely. Well, and just, really good notes there and reasons why we should be a part of this Pints for Polio Bar and Grill crawl that comes up this Thursday. That's October the 23rd. It's going to be a great day and one that you want to be a part of, and a great night, 5 to 10 p.m. There's 5 different stops.
Yep.
Oh, I was counting, so it's nerve-wracking. And then just Riverbend East Rotary as a whole. When do you guys meet, and how can we join you? What are the qualifications?
We meet Thursdays at noon at Julia's Banquet Center.
That's a good spot.
Yeah. We're not meeting this Thursday since we're doing our event that night, but generally speaking, we have our meetings every Thursday, barring holidays.
Okay. And how much is membership? What's it take, just for the folks who maybe are not familiar with that Rotary process?
I don't have the exact total with me right now, but we basically have your Rotary International dues that really aren't that expensive, that you have to pay quarterly, and then we have like a meeting charge $12, which actually includes your food and everything else.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
pretty good food. Usually they do it buffet style and kind of mix it up every week.
Really cool. And now, what time again is that on Thursdays?
Noon.
At noon?
Yep.
And is the Facebook page the best way to stay up to date on all that information?
We have the Facebook page, but we also, if you just Google Riverbend East Rotary Club, it'll actually take you straight to our public club runner page. It actually lists our speakers that we have coming up every week, because we always try to have a program between local non-for-profits or things going on.
Really cool. Well, guys, thanks so much for stopping by. We're going to link everything in a write-up, and hopefully we get you a few more folks a part of the bar and grill crawl. And the next time you guys have an event coming up, please stop on by. Do you guys do the chili chow down?
We just did our chili dinner. It's more of, we do it every year at alternating between Wood River and Roxana
Really
high
cool.
school games.
Okay.
So it was just this past Thursday, past Friday, I should say, very successful. Had a lot of people come in there, and that actually goes directly to our scholarship fund, because we provide a scholarship to East Alton Wood River High School. Well, actually, 2 to each East Alton Wood River and Roxana.
Really cool. Yeah. Well, once again, seriously, thank you both for stopping by, and really just appreciate your time. We'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com. All right, the wait's almost over. So I got to tell you guys something. I found this. This is ridiculous. A poll has found that 1 in 10 kids rarely play outside. We're talking less than once a week.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We're going to talk about this. This is just incredible. This has been all over the regional news today, and just one that we got to pick brains, and we're going to talk about it next on Riverbender and Roku.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. I got to fill you in on this. I've been waiting all hour. This is incredible. I mean, this is something I saw today. I couldn't believe this. And you're going to go, it's only 1 in 10, CJ. It's only 1 in 10. 10%. 10% is still too high. Think about this. About 1 in 10 preschoolers, 1 in 10 preschoolers and toddlers, that combines the two groups, 1 in 10, go outside to play once a week or less. Once a week or less. That's by the University of Michigan's Health CS Mott Children's Hospital national poll on children's health. That's what it found. So playing outside, of course, has been shown to improve children's mental and physical health, and it also contributes to good eye health, researchers say. But parental anxiety might be one barrier. When 4 in 10 parents polled admit they feel nervous when their child strays too far away or climbs too high. How about you watch them? I mean, this is amazing. I mean, this is like one of the most amazing polls I've ever seen in my life. Think about this. I mean, parental anxiety because, well, my child gets too far away, so that's why I don't take them outside. That is what they answered in the poll. For the parents that said their child, their toddler, their preschooler goes outside 1 time or less a week, they said it's because of their parental anxiety because their kid could climb too high or run too far. Do you know what that is? Can we all just say it's laziness? I mean, I couldn't believe this. I mean, and the thing is, it's not like we're talking about 7-year-olds here, okay, that can go out and run around the neighborhood with friends like we all used to do. That's not the point of the part of my rant here. The part of my rant here is this is a group of parents trying to excuse their lazy behavior. That's it. Go take your child to the park. It's safe there. I mean, this 1 in 10 is not because there aren't safe spaces. Every town's got parks. They've got trails. They got playgrounds. They got clean, safe, and free places to go. Parents know where they are. They're just not going to them. I mean, think about it. I mean, we've turned safety into a crutch. 4 out of 10 parents admit they get nervous when their kid climbs too high or when they run too far. Instead of letting them, test limits and say, hey, don't go too far away or you're going to face some consequences and be in timeout or you're going home, we just don't take them. Correct the behavior. Parent them when you're out with your children. I mean, when they're a toddler, that's a great start to it. When they're 3 years old wandering around, you say, hey, don't leave the play yard. When they step over, you put them back and you say, you don't leave the play yard. You got to stay in here, okay? And you talk with them. You teach them. And don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about because you guys did it as parents for years. And guess what? You still took your kids out every day and you didn't go, well, it's because I'm scared he's going to run away, so I'm just going to, or her, they're going to run away, so I'm going to leave them inside for a week. I mean, that's just insane. So, I mean, we don't have a playtime crisis. We've truly got, I mean, seriously, 10% is a lot. That's a lot. Seriously, think about this. For every 10 people you know, that's one child. Think about it. We had a parenting crisis. That's what it is. We got an absolute parenting crisis. So, the numbers go beyond it, and here's what matters. This 10% of preschoolers and toddlers who rarely see sunlight for play, that's modern neglect. So, it's just incredible to me. The good thing is, here's where we're at. So that's on the flip side. That's my rant that I'm going, you got to get better. 10% of parents have got to figure this out. But on the flip side, 75% of parents say their 3 to 5 year olds do swing independently. So after we get past that toddler mark, which is where the 3 to 5 kick in, it's looking great. So 75%, here's my problem. On the flip side of that, it's great we got 75%, but that also means that 1 out of 4 don't. On the playground, come on now. 5 years old, let them start to grow up a little bit. So, I don't know. Now, it also says that 70, and I'm not using this as part of my little monologue here, but a part of the study, 71% of 1 to 2 year olds can go down a slide by themselves. Now, I don't know if I want my 1 year old going down a slide by themselves, but, it's just there. Now, the good news is that 88% of kids are doing some type of physical play daily. It doesn't mean it's outside. Just want to throw that. Does not mean it's outside. But that does mean that 12% of our children are not moving at all. They are moving. Think about it. 12% of our children are not moving. That's what this study says. And I'm only talking about, it was on every regional news station today talking about this. But think about it. 68% do pretend play. A third play video games, and 3 and 5 watch TV or videos every single day. Those are out of the 12% that don't do anything at all. So I don't know. They polled 710 parents of children ages 1 to 5. And even with that small sample, it's pretty clear. There's a lot of a disconnect here. And I'm not saying that it is not 100% safe, and it's not Mr. Rogers' neighborhood all the time out there in the world. But as parents, you got to take your kids outside. And if 10% of toddlers and preschoolers don't go outside to play once a week, you are neglecting your children. Think about it. I'm sorry, you are. They need to be outside. That's just incredible. That's what the study's telling you. And then this number is just incredible. 88% of kids do some kind of physical play daily. 12% of kids don't do anything at all. Do not move. They'll play video games and all that. That's alarming. So I don't know. I just hope that we take a real deep breath here and figure out how can we get our kids back outside. I was camping all last weekend. I didn't see a cell phone at all. Now, times the kids will be on their cell phones, but they were outside doing something. They were hanging out and talking with each other. They might have taken, pictures of each other playing, the game. But they were still outside. They were exercising. They were doing something to be active and be healthy. I'm not saying you need to teach your kid at 3 years old how to do 400 push-ups, but be outside with them. It's going to help your mental health too, as a parent. Seriously, that's the challenge of those 1 out of 10, is challenge yourself and get out there. That's just really what it comes down to. I know you saw that on the news today. If you didn't, you'll be seeing it later. But man, that one this study gained a whirlwind. So anyway, there you go. It's that's the number. 12% of kids are not moving at all. We'll take a quick break and we'll wrap up our Tuesday next.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Back in 94, you know, hook the speaker up to my soul. It sounds like the radio. Sounds like a damn good time. Soaking up some neon light.
Back, Daily Show, 10:59. Wrapping up the Tuesday that was. We got a busy show tomorrow. I hope you guys join me then. But I don't know. Like I said, I know that a lot of you are going to go and listen to this podcast on Apple or whatever you do to watch this show on RiverBender on demand, and you're going to go, CJ, you're freaking out over 10%. 10% is a big number. I mean, I know it's out of 710, but think about that. 10% out of 1 million. That's a huge chunk of change. All I'm saying about that today. Hey, coming up on the show tomorrow, we got Duke Bakery, we got Lacey McDonald, we got a full live show, so I hope you join me then for more of our daily show then. Alrighty. Talk to you then. Have a good day. Enjoy the fall weather. How about that? Until tomorrow, try your best to stay out of jail.